Hi everybody, it's Bonkai922 SAO. Okay, Sword Art Online. Episode 23. This one was called Bonds. Alright, now, forgetting a part of it is like, oh, Onichan, oh, Onichan, oh. See, actually, I like the beginning part of this episode. The beginning part of this episode was pretty damn boss. I actually liked it. What they did was they went in. It's Kirito basically standing out, sitting down outside of Suguha's room, and he's contemplating of what happened when he became part of this family, and he didn't consider Suguha his sister. Like, he was never part of the family. That was the whole bit. And that's why, from, like, age 10, he got involved in gaming and all this other shit. And that's why he never felt a part of with Suguha. And beginning part, excuse me, is just basically him talking about how, you know, whether if it's in the real world or in the virtual world, whether it's with Sword Art Online or the real world, you feel those emotions. You feel it's still the same thing, and he felt that he didn't know how to apologize to his sister. I'm like, give me up. You know, I mean, listen, she's your sister. A cousin, or what the fuck it is. Regardless, she can't just say, oh, I love you, Onichan. There's a little thing called, regardless if you're your sister or cousin, you're still family. Like, Suguha, do you want Kirito to knock you up and, like, oh, I don't know, have a retarded baby? Oh, sorry. I apologize. That was in bad taste. But anyway, that was the whole bit. And then Kirito finally tells her, you know, that he's going to be at this certain area in the world, and for her to meet up with him. And she's like saying, I was so mean to him, and so on and so forth, and I'm not that strong, you know. And you go back to her with, you know, when Kirito found out about us and the whole thing, and she was comforting him. And it seemed like she was saying to herself that I'm not as strong as you, Onichan. And she ends up going to the world. She bumps into that recon guy. Recon. What a pathetic guy. He's like, oh my god. You know? Ridiculous. And what ends up happening, she's talking to him, you know, and saying, let's get back to the Silts guild, and, you know, and he tries to put the moves on her, and she just punches him in his gut. He probably falls down the stairs. That was priceless. And she's like, are you okay? He's like, oh yeah, I'm alright. That was ridiculous. And she is laughing, and then she's saying thank you for, you know, helping her at that time. She then goes to where Kirito is, and he says, Suguha, and she stops him, and out of nowhere, which I don't understand why at this junction, at this part of the episode, Suguha wants to have a duel. And I'm like, okay. Why? That's like, why are we having a duel? So anyway, they start fighting. They're having a duel. And she's crying and everything. And there's this one part when you know, he's standing on this pillar and she's standing on this piece of earth and sky. And she's about to strike, and she drops her sword. And he drops his and he catches her, and she's crying. It's like, give me a break. You did that for absolutely nothing. So it ends up being like nothing at all, the duel. And he apologizes to her because he never knew what to say to her. And he said that this entire time, it still feels like he's still in SAO. That he still feels he's in the game. And until he gets Asuna back, it's not going to be like, he's still not going to feel like he's home. And then she's like, then I'll wait for you, Onichan, until you... I'm like, enough with the Onichans, come on. She, like, said that, like, at least 3, 4, 5, 6 times in this episode. So, what ends up happening is Kirito, Leafa, and Recon. Oh, God, Recon. It was so ridiculous. They end up going into the tower. And he's like, what? You know, he's like, Recon's freaking out and shit. I don't know. I thought that was funny. So, the whole logistics is that they're going to try to get in there. Because if he has Leafa and Recon with him, he's got a fighting chance. Because they'll heal him. So, they start attacking and they start going up against these drones. And there's so many of them that it seems like, oh, it's a boss. And that's what it is. It's more like a boss. They're fighting a boss. And that's what it's referencing to. Yeah, that's what it's referencing to. So, what ends on happening is, he starts fighting them, and it's going back and forth. He's attacking them, and back, this is really, it's an impossible feat for even Kirito to just defeat all these fucking drones so he can get up to the top. So the entire time this is happening, Leafa and Recon are healing him, Leafa, at one point, is feeling like this is becoming a losing battle. And she decides that she wants to go and help him. And Recon stops her. And it's like, he's making this ugly, weird, he's making this weird face and shit. And I was looking at, I think, Bushido Spear? Yeah, Bushido Spear. He did his review. And he was like saying how stupid it was that Leafa was crying when obviously he doesn't die for real. But what happened was Recon he actually used a spell that was like, oh shit spell, It was dark, he used dark magic. And the dark magic was actually a self-destruct spell that destroys everything in its path, including him. And he made a huge hole. It was like, whoa. And then Leafa's like that. And she's like saying that the penalty's going to be high for him. And she's crying. I'm like, give me a break. They don't die for real. So why are you crying? So then Kirito gets skewered a few times. And she's like, she's healing him. It looks like they're all going to get fucked. Boom! And I had a feeling this was going to happen. Because remember, this episode was called Bonds. The other members of the two guilds show up. Cat Sith and Cat Sith shows up, the guild Cat Sith, and members from Leafa's guild, Sylph. And the two girls that show up, Alicia from Cat Sith and Sakuya from Sylph. So they obviously come in with like the fucking cavalry, like holy shit. They brought dragons and other and other swordsmen, soldiers. And it was like, oh my god, a free fucking for all. I was like, holy shit, this is insane. That dragons going, that was epic as fuck. And they're all taking out the things, and it seems like they're making some ground. And the drones block your path as you go up there, and then Leafa throws her sword at Kirito, and he grabs it, and he does the most epic thing I've ever seen Kirito do. He takes his sword, he takes Leafa's sword, puts it together, and it turns into this energy at the tip, and he turns into this fucking cyclone of energy. And he's going, he's just shooting right the fuck up to the top. And there was this one scene where you see Kirito's eyes. I was like, oh, fuck. Holy shit. That was epic as fuck. I was like, holy shit. Now, he's able to break through. He gets to the top. He gets to this. It's a stone. And after that, the other members are going to leave. And the whole time, she's like, Onichan, go. I'm like, enough with these Onichans. I've had enough of Onichan. I have had enough of Onichan. Thank you. So, when you get to this stone circle, which is a doorway, Kirito's trying to figure out how to open it, and he brings out Yui. And Yui tells him, that door can't be opened by players. That's fucked up. That had me. I was like, excuse me? So you can't open this door? Fucking bullshit. And then the drones start coming out again until Kirito remembers the card. That a card is soon as they're down? Well, turns out that card opens the fucking door. So, Yui used the card, activate it, and then touch the door. And then, sure enough, the fucking door opened. And she tells Kirito to hold my hand. And he's holding Yui's hand, small hand. And they get transported. That's pretty much what happened in the episode. So, gonna give this a 4 out of 5. I'll tell you, this is what we're gonna do. The final episode of SAO, I'm going to give my final verdict on the episode and the series. So there's gonna be 2 ratings. Two ratings. One for the final episode when they air it, which is probably, I think, episode 25, which is not next week, but the following week. And the series. I'm rating on the series. And as many holes, as this series has had, people who read the light novel obviously are pissed the fuck off. But I still think this is a damn good fucking series. I still think it is. Though I'm not gonna be, I'm not gonna deny it. Did I think that Alpha Online? Alpha Online was average. Okay. Point taken. This episode was pretty boss, though. 4 out of 5. I thought it was very good. Of course, I didn't appreciate the Onichans. Onichan. I'm like, come on. Let's move from this, please. But nevertheless, this was a good episode. Love the action sequences. Oh, the dragons. Oh, man, that was fucking epic. Dragons. You love the dragons. Fire and everything. That was awesome. Fucking epic. Epic as fuck. Next episode is called Guild Hero. And wait, Gilded, or I think Gilded Hero. I don't know what that means. Now, I'm pretty sure there's only like 2 more episodes. So, what I think might happen is Kirito, be confronted by Mr. I'm a fucking elf king and I'm a fucking scumbag. And there might be a confrontation there. So, yeah. At least that's what I think. At least to some extent what might happen. So, yeah. And that's what I got for you guys. So, yeah, this is Bankai 922. I'll see you guys later. What else to report? I'll try to do One Piece next. Try to. We'll see. And yeah, so just to let you know, before I go, I'll say it again. 2 ratings. 2 ratings I'm going to give for the final episode. I'm going to give a rating when I do the final episode review. And I'm going to give a rating for the series as a whole. So yeah, look forward to that. This is Bonkai922. I'll see you guys later. Dragons, Kirito acting badass, and Onichan. Whatever. See ya.